information security, the responsibilities fall from my position to basically manage and integrate and synchronize those efforts so we can kind of come with a unified response. State and local authorities in disasters.
Thank you, Dr. Coward.
Does anyone want to know when is coming?
Very hard. I've seen multiple times myself. I'm the chair of the Commission on
What's up?
and also my district.
We got anybody in here?
When I hear you talk about your space and effective so far, but within those states, do you see it more?
DJ Polo, you've been a subscriber for over 10 years. That's amazing, man, because that's a long time to be subscribing, you know? I appreciate that.
Yeah, just for clarification, when Tony and I were mentioning the 30 out of 35, it was really the time.
All right, damn. I'm always up, always working, always working. I'm actually, I did a bunch of coronavirus interviews here in Los Angeles, so I'm downloading all the footage and all the audio that I shot. SK Reviewer, what's up? Shouts out from Diego, baby. What's our subject tonight? I don't know what our subject is. Well, our subject is, I'm gonna keep it brief. It's already 12:50 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, healthy people are dying too. I'm gonna have to say that this is a serious situation. I've been watching international news. I've been seeing body bags. I'm watching news in Pakistan. I'm watching news in India. It's going on everywhere in the world. So for all of you people who think this is a fake virus, or that the numbers are inflated, or that no one is getting sick, or that no one is dying, I can tell you, you guys are absolutely uninformed. Uninformed. Now, Los Angeles just sent 6 people to the coroner's office earlier today. 6 people, like within a few hour period. But yeah, this coronavirus is a real situation. I'm sure it's going to stabilize at some point within the next month or 2 or 3. But whenever a virus is new into the world community, whenever a virus hits that has never been seen before, the mortality rate, is usually high in the beginning, and then eventually it'll stabilize and drop down. From Queens, NYC, I can tell you COVID-19 is absolutely real. People need to stop playing. Let me show you my mask. Can I show you guys my mask? Wait, I'm gonna go get my mask that I just got. Now these are your surgical masks. A lot of people have these surgical masks. The what is it? The N25? I don't know what those are. N something or other. But I got this other mask. Luis Sandoval. What's up? Let me show you this other mask.
And also quarantine is for those exposed but not yet sick. But if someone in quarantine gets sick, then you switch them to isolation and try to move them.
Yeah, if they do get sick.
This is what I wear when I go into the supermarket or into any place with multiple people. This is what I'm rocking. Mark Simmons, what's up? Let me see what Mark Simmons said, because he sent in a super chat. After talking to John and Reggie, I respect you more. Hey, I appreciate that. Super chat from Mark Simmons. Where are you hailing from, Mark Simmons? City and state or country? Where are you at? They say this COVID-19 could be transmitted through food as well. Well, it won't be transmitted through hot food. If your food is hot, it won't be transmitted. In fact, when I used to have a restaurant, and we had soups, and our soups had to be heated to about 170 degrees. Once something is at 170 degrees, it's almost impossible for any virus, bacteria, to survive that's going to make you ill. So if you're buying food, just put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and you should be fine. And don't buy cold food. Don't buy any food that doesn't get heated. It can't. Yeah, you're right. It can enter through your eyes if you touch. If you touch your eye, don't touch your eyes. Just don't touch your eyes. I know it's most of the time we always touching our face. You know, just don't touch your eyes. But a lot of people have those little masks that come down too. I need to get one of those. That's if this thing gets out of control.
Commonwealth, Dr. Rachel Levine, actually had a call with all members of our delegation and members of the Pennsylvania General Assembly.
Chris P, what up?
Administration is doing. So
It's airborne, don't matter. Nah, it's not airborne. It's only airborne through droplets if you spit or you sneeze. If it was just floating around in the air, man, we would have far more many cases than we have now. So, no, it's not just floating in the air. China committed an act of war. Ask yourself, why hasn't Russia? Well, Russia doesn't have that many cases. I'm gonna pull up the number of cases on Russia right now. I've always asked myself that question because Russia borders China. You know, there's a China and Russia share a border, so that is highly, highly questionable, right? So Honduras is on lockdown. Sheree Reed. Sheree Reed, you're in Honduras right now? Man. Hit me up. I want to start doing. I got to do more interviews over the through FaceTime. Let's do that. In different countries, different cities. I want to do that, but you guys been flaky on that. I'm looking up the numbers for Russia right now.
again, I'm going to reference General had said so far, because I know there's been a lot of questions about
Let's find the numbers on Russia really quickly, and then I'll get back to your questions.
in every case where a COVID-19 test to be medically necessary, that test was performed. So that's according to Dr. Rachel Levine.
Ghana has 5 deaths.
Do a number of tests.
Cuba has 3 deaths. Venezuela only has 2 deaths.
Actually, LabCorp and
Honduras has 1 death. They have 110 cases, but 1 death.
these companies will report any
Let's see. Cameroon, 2 deaths.
made public. So
LA is not completely shut down. It's not completely shut down, but they shut down a baby shower today, and they came in like it was a homicide scene. In fact, I want you guys to visit, go to Slauson Girl website. I think it's slausongirl.com. She wrote a story about how the LAPD shut down a baby shower today, and they came in like 150 officers, literally. Paraguay has 3 deaths. Bangladesh, 5 deaths. Guatemala, only 1 death in Guatemala. Jamaica, only 1 death. I know there's got to be a couple deaths in Russia. Not a lot, but there's got to be at least 1 or 2. Let's see here.
In the last 24 hours that he's gone through all the public health labs. The kit, the reagents, the capacity to do testing right now.
Russia is only recording 4 deaths. 4 deaths in all of Russia. Something is not adding up.
seems to be headed in the right path. So I'm glad for that, and I'm just
The cops are loving their newfound unbridled power. Russia, okay, according to Justin Riles, Russia is lying. Well, Russia might be lying, but there's a lot of countries reporting just a couple of cases here and there. And there's a lot of countries with 0 cases. Uganda, 0 deaths.
experts in private sector healthcare providers have what they need to continue to respond to COVID.
So,
I believe you've already done that to a big extent by the supplement that you, the $8.3 billion supplement, which really allowed us to do the kinds of things. Each of us are responsible for different aspects.
killing old colonial nations. What about we don't know about North Korea. North Korea is not even reporting. We can't even sit here and say North Korea is lying. But look, North Korea should actually have very few, if not 0 cases. The only people that go in and out of North Korea is the administration, is the government. So North Korea should actually have no cases.
But the
to really get the American public to really hear from us, because this is an evolving situation.
How to Lie with Statistics. I know that book. 16 deaths in Australia. Let me see if that's up to date.
At one point, it's been so important. CDC just.
Let's see what Australia is talking about. Australia only has 16 deaths. You're correct. Only 2 new deaths. Tom Hanks. What? This guy said Tom Hanks died. Come on now. Tom Hanks did not die.
But thank you very much.
Tom Hanks did not die.
I want to thank you, gentlemen. I was there at the briefing that you had this morning.
In fact, there's a story on CNN. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are back in the United States after coronavirus quarantine. Tom Hanks is not dead.
Trust that we will get out to
That is a lie.
try and make
But he is 63 years old, and he's got to be concerned. And Tom Hanks is worth $400 million. That's a nice little bit of change to be worth, huh?
where young people will have issues with keeping up with work. In some of the areas, the urban areas that my colleague, Ms. Kelly, was talking about, in the Virgin Islands, we have the highest broadband capacity in the United States outside of New York City, but the lowest rate of connectivity to home.
Kobe saw it coming?
So these are things that I think we've
That's
also
crazy, if Kobe saw it coming.
supporting economies, but just our children alone, as well as the issues of health and nutrition I think many kids will face if they're restricted from going to school when so many of them rely on.
Well, Australia is basically an island, so they weren't going to get too contaminated with it.
I want to ask you about isolated areas like the Virgin Islands. We're concerned right now. We have an individual of interest that has been isolated, but like ourselves and Puerto Rico is like us. We have not.
I'd like to know how the coronavirus.
Hurricanes of 2017. We have 7 hospital beds available between the 2 hospitals for a population of over 100,000. That is very troublesome as to what's going to happen to us. So I'm glad that you said, Dr. Redfield, that you have the funds you believe in place now to do a response. Can you tell me, one, in terms of personnel, what, Dr. Cadwick, I think you would be the appropriate person, how do we get these out? How do you get your personnel out? Because along with the shortage of beds.
Alex, that's a perfect mask for 211. At least pollution is getting better.
Respond to these kinds of scenarios. And one is through our National Disaster Medical System teams, or DMATs. And those are intermittent federal employees who work across the nation at some of the premier hospitals and medical institutions around the country, Mass General, Stanford, the like. And so obviously in the scenario where there's a potential event of this nature, where it can happen anywhere and everywhere in the country, we have to be very selective in how we do that. And we have been deploying those assets to respond to events. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is with the Public Health Commission for a vital.
Alex, why no lowrider interviews? I got a lowrider interview coming. I got a lowrider interview coming. It's funny that you ask about that. I got a lowrider interview coming.
Their expeditionary role to serve in these kinds of capacities. Today, as we speak in Seattle, in the nursing.
I'm over here downloading some footage, so
COVID virus,
I might miss a couple of your questions. Biden's father was a Klansman. Pee-wee, what happened from Fruittown, Peru? He's in jail right now fighting a case.
What those locations are.
Cuz I got OGs for you. Shanae Reed? Shanae Reed, what's your Instagram?
in that area. So, based on a conversation before the
What's your Instagram, Shanae Reed? Type it in.
deputy about your situation,
I'm gonna go on here right now and send you a message.
their support, what is
This is all for a vaccine.
Great.
Classic, can I,
Yes,
something really
please.
quick, and sorry, I can't help myself because I do work on.
Why are you in the house with a face mask on? I was just showing people what it looked like.
After Hurricane Irma, and I would suggest that you talk to FEMA as well, because, they do have still an open disaster declaration on the island.
Actually, don't need it on. I just put it on to show people what I got. I got that mask, and then I got some of these masks too.
Sorry, so
Years later.
I suggest you contact FEMA because they have a lot.
Elijah, man, you know what? I did a Gangster Chronicles episode. They just didn't upload it.
Under the
You should send the producer a message.
That FEMA has been
My name,
disaster
my IG. Oh, okay.
recovery, but the aftermath and rebuilding is a little slower. The fact that we still, 2 years later, do not have.
I don't need to have this on indoors. You're right.
Shows that.
I was just showing you guys that I'm ready. I'm
So
prepared.
I do understand, there's a question of, should all of these kinds of things, is this a disaster, and should this be all within one umbrella? So that. But I believe one of the things that government is-
You're scared.
I wanted to bring up very quickly
I did a Gangster Chronicles for Friday, but they didn't upload it.
individuals coming off of the cruise
In fact, I'm probably just gonna upload what I did for Gangster Chronicles on Street TV. I did like a 40-minute thing.
places like the.
No one wanted to come into the studio, so I just did one solo. But
What is your advice in terms of ensuring that we contain ourselves?
what happened to Munchie B in your last episode?
A spread of
Mike Powell, you have to read the description. Read the description in the video.
Ongoing is that the cruise industry is trying to.
Alex low key a gangbanger. He ain't fooling nobody. This ain't real. This ain't the real. Oh.
Kind of outlining what their approach is. I think one of the things they include there is actually monitoring, doing surveillance of their passengers, being able.
Let me see if I can find.
On the boat, having medical referral capacity to medevac them if they have to, and even having quarantine capabilities.
There's so many charade reads though.
Between the cruise industry and the U.S. government. So I think they see it as an important responsibility to their customers and to their passengers, and we agree as well.
Dr. Redfield, did you want to add something?
They saying he PC'd up with the deal.
Guidance that we're strongly advising individuals with serious medical conditions, especially the elderly, that they should reconsider all cruise travel at this point.
Now, that supports the passengers that are there from being infected by others, but what about those who are passengers and infecting individuals when they come off of the cruise ship?
Did I hear about that vendor lady that got robbed? Yeah, I heard about it. I believe she was a Mexican woman.
12 cruise ships across the world right now that have been looked at for potential COVID-19. As Dr. Cadlick said, there's very active discussions right now going on to what decisions should be made about the cruise industry at this time. Tony, I don't know if you want to add anything.
There was a meeting with the cruise ship executives, CEOs, to tell them they really gotta come forth with a plan to tighten up the protection of.
A lady selling corn got robbed. Yeah, I saw that she got robbed. I don't know if it was robbed by Crips.
The mandate to fix it.
I don't think it was Crips that robbed her.
Some regulations that they don't want.
Thank you very much, I yield back.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Gentlewoman from Massachusetts, Ms. Presley is recognized.
Affect people with underlying health issues more, so I wouldn't want anything to happen to my kids, but
Thank you to our esteemed witnesses for returning today. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak, we have seen not only the spreading of the virus, but also a rapid spreading of racism and xenophobia.
Wow.
We have witnessed at the highest levels, in fact, of the Republican Party planning.
I'm just downloading some footage. So, lady got robbed. Yeah, I heard she got robbed, but I don't know if it was by some Crips. We don't know if it was by some Crips, do we?
My district is home to nearly 30
Don't let it hit in New York City public housing.
more than a quarter
Reggie was moving drugs across state lines.
of rhetoric has consequences. Restaurants
I just heard the spread of COVID-19 is slowing down in China. Yeah, they pretty much brought it down to a halt. In China, all the new cases are people that are returning and traveling back to China. And they test you at the air. When you get dropped off, when you fly into Beijing, they test you on the plane. They test you in the airport. And then they quarantine you for 14 days. They're not even letting you enter China for 14 days.
about this virus. 30,000 residents across my district are uninsured and lack access to health insurance coverage. Many of these people are low-wage hourly workers, food service staff, nursing aides, hotel workers. A day off from work due to illness could mean losing a month's worth of groceries. The CDC's website advises people experiencing symptoms related to coronavirus to stay home and
Yeah,
but it doesn't really address the realities of living uninsured. Dr. Redfield, if I am a symptomatic hotel worker who is
interview young men in Hawaii.
uninsured and lacks the savings to cover the cost of testing,
Majority of those dying from the virus are elderly. That's true, actually. Majority of them are elderly. But there are a few young people sprinkled in here and there.
Obviously, we want.
And the majority of those people have another underlying medical condition. So
I don't know exactly where.
it's because China created the virus on purpose in the lab when they can't come to the U.S. Who you interviewing next? Oh, I'm interviewing actually someone tomorrow.
I don't know where it is.
I'm interviewing someone tomorrow. I don't want to say who because I don't know if he cancels or something comes up, but I'm scheduled to interview someone tomorrow.
Need these individuals to be able to do their 14 days at home and not have to sneak out for an hourly job because they have to pay for their cost of living.
Interview the Gear Gang Crips. What's up? James Hudson, what's happening? Alex, set up the Bloods last week. Golly.
Cost of testing will be covered.
And what about treatment?
Cost of treatment will be covered.
And so, and I appreciate that these conversations are happening. In terms of information that is public facing.
Would you interview a dropout? I would interview a dropout, but we're gonna talk about him dropping out in the interview. I wouldn't interview a dropout and we don't talk about that. Nah.
Frequently asked questions page has
Have I brought any stocks? I actually have. I'm about to buy some more stocks on Monday too. This is the best time to buy stocks, y'all.
to the confusion and the panic. So can you please make a commitment today to add this information?
Have you heard of Pamela and Jackie Todd? Of course, people talk about them in my interview. You must didn't see my my Tony Craddock and Lil Perry interview.
Rolling it out independent of that. But I will get as much information as I can on that website. If you could update it.
Well, I can take that as an affirmative, but yes. Okay. Dr. Fauci, I'm uniquely concerned about people with autoimmune disorders and those dealing with underlying health conditions like HIV or lupus. Briefly, is there any specific guidance for how these vulnerable groups can protect themselves?
They fall into that's a great question, Ms. Presley, thank you for asking me. They fall into the category of those that I have been saying multiple times this year.
Which stocks to buy, really though? Really though, that's something that you're gonna have to research and figure it out yourself. But I would say any stock that has taken a dive. So look at a stock that has went all the way down during this last month or so and consider investing in one of those because it's just gonna come right back up. It's just gonna come back up.
Exactly. In other words,
Why no interviews of Pamela and Jackie? I don't have their number.
even more so
That's pretty much it. I don't know how to get an interview with Jay Capone.
unless it's necessary.
Jay Capone from Gardena?
And above all, stay away from cruise ships.
Stay away from cruise ships, Dr. Fauci says. Interview some Florencias. The Florencias are not getting on camera.
Mr. Redfield, about 10% of federally incarcerated people are over the age of 60. Many of these people have underlying health conditions, and based on your own criteria, are most at risk for severe complications due to infection from the coronavirus. These individuals often lack access to alcohol-based sanitizer, hand soap, warm water, and regular showers. Dr. Redfield, yes or no, has the CDC offered guidance to the Federal Bureau of Prisons about the coronavirus?
Let me get back to you with the specifics of what we've done. I know we have guidance to the correctional system in general, but rather than give you a half answer, let me get back to you, and I will do that today.
Okay, so not a yes or no, unsure.
I just want to be accurate.
Okay, all right. So, certainly.
Do an interview with Keefe D. I was just chopping it up with Keefe D the other day. He came over to the studio. I actually have really no interest in interviewing Keefe D. Initially I did, but he's already did like 2 interviews. Pretty much said it all in those 2 interviews, and
And Congresswoman,
not even interested.
I will get back to you today. I want to be accurate first.
Okay, so you'll get back later today.
I will.
All right, thank you, Doctor. And just because the administration has touted,
Keefe D book is misleading. You know, I was asked to write a intro or a blurb for Keefe D's book by the author, where they would put it like on the back cover or on the inside jacket. So I said, all right, let me read the book first. So they sent me an advance copy of the book before it even came out last summer, 2019. And I read the book and I said, there's really no way that I would even write something, specifically because they've said that he said that Tupac in the book had a gun. And I was like, okay, that's not gonna work. Yeah, Jacob Over's shotgun. Mike Powell, facts. He lied a lot in his book, a lot of discrepancies. Yeah, I actually was, when I was reading the book, I was writing a list of all the lies. And when I got to the part where Tupac had a gun, I think I stopped reading. I literally stopped reading, but. What about South Central Cartel? What about him? Hook me up.
South Korean test
Interview El Chapo. Chapo is in jail, man.
done testing much faster than us. I have a letter from the FDA that says the South Korean test.
Interview Norteños. Hood Vlogs has a lot of interview with Mexican hoods. Name King compilation. Name a Sureño that he interviews in that He's not interviewing. I got more Sureños on my channel than any other channel. Period. Period. So I challenge anyone that says that someone has more Latinos, more Southsiders, more Sureños. I got at least, I don't know, 15, 20 of them on my channel. Just go look through all the videos.
Yeah, thank you for that question. We have done a current assessment of our military treatment.
Why was Neil Tazad tripping on you? When was this? Beach Boy. Vlad TV does. Vlad TV has a few. He don't have a bunch. He's got a few, and his are rappers. Sheree Reed, you speak Spanish. Hablo un poquito español. Got a norteño. Bondi Shiva, let's do it. Call ICE. Munchie B went live and all the 60s jumped on and tried to find his location. Y'all crazy. I hate that word Latino, Latina. Well, I actually don't like the word Hispanic. Neil Tazad made a whole video about you, Lonzo. A whole video? I didn't even know that. Didn't know that. I don't know why he's making a whole video about me. But I'm completely unaware if he made a whole video on me. Simply Latins. Language is from... Have you ever interviewed Payback Crip? Who? Who from Payback? What are you spending your $1,200 on? I'm probably going to buy some stocks with that $1,200 whenever it comes in the mail. He has like 6. King compilation. What does that mean? 6. What does the word Latino define? 1. Calabria. Interview any San Diego Sureño neighborhoods. Payback is Dez. He got shot in Palmdale. Do you remember the 49th Street Massacre? I actually do. In fact, the defendants in that case hired me to help them with the trial. I actually assisted the defendants in that 49th Street Massacre trial. There's so much shady stuff went on in the investigation of the 49th Street Massacre that most people don't even know about. Just saw your SES Southeast San Diego 40 interview. Get Big June from Skyline Pyru. Let's do it. Let's do it.
get together next week for the gang, to do the Gangster Chronicles?
Let's do it. If you gangbang, what would you be? Blood or Crip? Get the NYC Santanas. So people pay you to go to court and talk or testify. I usually assist defense attorneys on their cases, on gang cases. California is very unique in gang prosecutions. So oftentimes I assist on those gang cases when the defense attorneys reach out to me. And sometimes the actual gang member will tell the attorney to hit me up. So yeah, I do a lot of those cases. Can you talk about Avenues and Drew Street King compilation? Well, what do you want to know about the Avenues? Interview Keita Rock in jail. So who's the last real rapper left? Would you ever do a DJ Vlad type channel or not? I don't even know what that means, a DJ Vlad type channel. I mean, he didn't invent interviewing people. He's not the first guy to interview people. In fact, I probably was interviewing people before he started his channel. What are your thoughts on Patrick Bet David, Valuetainment? I actually watch a lot of his interviews. I like a lot of Patrick Bet David's interviews. Bro, Vlad been around for decades. Decades? The dude's not even decades old. How could someone be around for decades? I know that I've been doing interviews before him because he said he did an interview for American Gangster, and that's what inspired him to do his channel. I worked on American Gangster. I had been doing interviews before American Gangster even came out, so I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but he already said he started doing interviews after he worked on American Gangster. American Gangster came out in 2006, 7, and 8. My interviews go back to the 90s, so if he's been doing interviews for decades, then how long have I been doing them for? Interview Loco Cerveza from 18th Street. Main Street rappers, I don't subscribe to those corns.
So, and this is important because I think we need to continue with the sense of urgency. And that's
What's up, Alex? Still doing Black Book sessions. Try to do an interview with Larry Hoover. Vlad should have you on if he hasn't already. Nah, Vlad ain't trying to interview me, and I ain't trying to go on Vlad, so. Let's see here. Why so many people ask me if I speak Spanish? Alex, seeing that you rocking that Boricua shirt, do you listen to reggaeton? Of course I listen to reggaeton. Interview Jesus, bruh. Interview Pop the Kangaroo. Y'all crazy. Wanted to turn that chandelier off because it was creating a glare. It was creating a glare on the screen here. What year did you start your website? I started the website in 1995. 1995. That's 25 years ago. Go on No Jumper. Actually, Adam came on the Gangster Chronicles. Interview Welvin the Great. Welvin the Great. That's actually funny. Who's your favorite reggaeton artist? Well, I like all of the ones in Puerto Rico, from We Sing to Osuna to the reggaeton, all the reggaeton artists. Bad Bunny, Daddy Yankee. Um, all the ones coming out of the island. Mark Simmons, what's up? Thanks for that super chat, man. Mark Simmons is representing. All right, what does he have here? You're in the mix of doing a Big Gene interview. Any truth? Any truth? Don't believe his narrative, though. Yeah, I was gonna. Actually, I'm supposed to be in New York today, so I was gonna try to hook up with Big Gene while I was in New York because I was going to a wedding, but the wedding got canceled because of coronavirus. So I didn't get to go to New York, but I'm not even sure if Big Gene was even going to agree to the interview. So it's up in the air, but I was certainly trying to pursue a Gene Deal interview. I'm not sure if he would have agreed to it, but I'm not even going to New York this weekend anyways. I won't be traveling, like most of us won't be traveling until this whole thing's over. Big Gene drink a lot. Be careful with dudes like that. That's Justin Riles. So Mark Simmons, thanks for that super chat. Man, Mark Simmons gave 2 super chats, man. And we got 133 people up in here. I appreciate that. Interview the Treetops. Is there Dominican gangbangers in Los Angeles? No. They don't have like Trinitarios or any of the Dominican gangs that you might see in New York City. None of those gangs exist in Los Angeles. Interview Kendrick Lamar. I actually tried to interview Kendrick before. I had a line on him, tried to interview him, but, you know, didn't work out. I understand. Kendrick is not going to be doing it. Too many interviews with people. Big Gene means well, but he won't admit his wrongdoings. What about Puerto Rican Crips and Bloods in L.A.? I don't know of any Puerto Rican Crips and Bloods in L.A. like that. Didn't Pelon Maciel lock it up? I heard you say he was well, I'm not sure if he locked it up. Another super chat from Miguel. Thank you very much. I don't know if Pelon Maciel locked it up. He went on death row. He's on, I believe, Pelon Maciel's on death row, so he's on the regular mini yard with everyone else. So I heard you say he was still part of La M. I don't know if he's part of La M anymore, but he was made. He was made in like the year before that whole thing happened in El Monte. Alex, you tried to interview me before for the Treetops in Fayetteville. Sin Marley, hit me up, man. Just hit me up. We got 3 super chats, 2 from Mark, 1 from Miguel. I want to thank you guys very much. Biker gangs. You know, I wanted to interview that guy that founded the Mongols. He's here in LA, so if I can catch up with him, I will. I swore Nori was Dominican. Nah, Nori is not Dominican.
Yes.
San Diego. Interview Felipe from White Fence from that 1996 interview. I don't know where Felipe is, man. Do you know where Felipe's at?
42 CFR 71. The code of federal regulations that applies to the CDC. 42 CFR 71.30. Dr. Redfield, I'm pretty well known as a questioner on the whole.
Nori is PR. Yeah, he got PR blood on his father's side for sure.
To your office last night and received confirmation that I was going to be asking you about 42 CFR 71.30.
Interview Suge Knight. Interview Psycho from Drew Hill. What's for breakfast? Did you ever finish that Crenshaw Mafia interview? Osuna is DR and PR. Yeah, he is Royal Blue, but he's born in Puerto Rico, though. I believe he's born in Puerto Rico, so by birth he's PR, but I know by blood he's got that DR blood too. What happened to the Gangster Chronicles last Friday? You need to hit up the Gangster Chronicles and say, how come you didn't put that Alex video? I shot a video and an audio where I did it by myself, but I don't know what's going on. Send them a message and say, what's up? I might just put the little video that I did for the Gangster Chronicles on Street TV. I just did one by myself. I didn't have James around. Of course, Reggie's in jail. This coronavirus got everybody running around. So I just sat here and did one on my own.
When was the last time you or a friend bought something yourselves on Amazon? Probably at least this week or this month.
Interview Booyah Tribe. Crenshaw. Interview someone from Long Beach, SOS. I've been trying to reach someone from Sons of Samoa. At least I got an EFCC. I interviewed an EFCC, right? Vibo. I interviewed an Asian boy twice, Stupid Young. And I interviewed someone from Suicidals, Sneezy Tweet. 3 Asian Cambodian interviews from 3 different sets, all from Long Beach. But it's never good enough. It's never good enough. And I did a great one with Vibo. I think that was last year. But Vibo was also, I interviewed Vibo 5 years before that. So I was on it with those Cambodians in Long Beach. And who's the first one to ever interview Stupid Young? The first Stupid Young interview. John Aliti. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if it was you, Mark Simmons, or someone else emailed me about interviewing John. And I'm down to do it. This coronavirus kind of got everyone on lockdown. But I don't know if John Aliti is in Los Angeles or if he's in New York. I don't know where he's at. But yeah, let's do it. Let's make that happen. I'm down to do it. You know I'm down to do it. You know, I just hit 272,000 subscribers, and the channel is growing exponentially. I think I just surpassed 130 million views. Let me just double check that before I say that. Let me make sure. Yes, I just hit 130 million views. That's a nice little milestone. I'm at 130,369,000 views.
Now, I asked him how long he expects the current lockdown measures to be in place for.
Congrats, Alex. Tony Laguna, thank you. You should interview You should do an interview with the Burlington locals from Pico Union. This is how they took Toberman Park. Well, I don't know anyone from Burlington locals, and you got to remember, a lot of Southsiders, it's a little bit more difficult for Southsiders to get on camera, so unless is James self-isolating? I mean, everybody in the Southern California area is trying to avoid what's going on in New York. That's pretty much all it is. So if it's self-isolating, I've only come into contact with one person other than my family in the last month. Well, I would say since March 7th. After March 7th, there was that party. So in the last 21 days, I've only come into contact with one person other than my family. Corona is China taking care of people's problem is U.S. Vixen. What's your favorite Mexican food dish? I like all the Mexican food. I like pozole, menudo. I like drinking their drinks. I like drinking their micheladas. You know, I like birria. I don't know if you guys ever mess with birria, but that birria is delicious. Right?
But people should, as the Prime Minister's left it today, absolutely underlines and recognise that the situation will get worse before it gets better. And that is why it is so important that all of us play our part.
Órale.
quarter of a week into the lockdown now. After that interview,
Hell yeah, birria is really good.
how long the lockdown was likely to
Check your IG DM. I will. As soon as I'm done on here, I'm gonna check it.
is working on different models. It all depends on public behaviour too, which is the
Thanks for doing the Jefferson Park. Goat meat. Hell yeah, it's bomb. Yeah, it is pretty good. You know?
frontline NHS staff to see whether or not they've had coronavirus, whether they've got it, and whether they could be.
I like that authentic Mexican birria.
We have been increasing the number of tests, and I can confirm.
Buy a new Escalade, man. You got to. Much subs. You eat bat soup? Nah, I ain't messed with bat soup. Not yet. But I'm not scared of bat soup. First of all, you're not going to get a virus eating soup. It's just not going to happen. The soup is already heated at 180 degrees. The bat actually has to bite you. You can get a virus if the bat bites you. Then you can get a virus. Keep up the good work. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Well, we've increased, as I say, the number of tests 10,000 a day. We're doing
Have you ever interviewed Jay Worthy?
25,
No, I haven't.
and we're doing all that we can.
All right, I'm a beat out. Do you put money on G Active's books? No, but I tried to send him some. He actually requested something to send him so that he can send some money, but it didn't go through.
In isolation in Downing Street flats, he said,
The only people that I put money on their books is if it's somebody that I grew up with. You know, there's someone that I personally know, someone I grew up with in my neighborhood that's in prison, because it's just too many people to put money on their books. You know, when I'm raising 3 kids right now. So, Alonso, you're Puerto Rican, right? One Love Chicago. G Active was a cool dude. All right. I want to thank everybody that the super chats first and foremost. That's much appreciated. I want to thank everyone that asked a legitimate question, because that's really the reason why I come on here, is to answer your questions. And I want to thank everyone who's sent and typed up positive comments and questions. All that is much appreciated. And stay safe out there. I'm sorry to inform you that this coronavirus is real. It definitely has a high mortality rate, higher than the flu. And most of the victims are going to be elderly folks, but it can affect younger people too. So everyone needs to take precautions. Just try to stay away from large groups and gatherings in public. Keep it at home. If you got it, keep it at home. And like I'm doing, I'm staying in. It's Saturday night, and I've been sitting here all night, pretty much, you know, self-isolating and staying away. So, also, lastly, thanks for watching all my videos and leaving positive comments and encouraging me to do more. And if you got any ideas on people to interview and people to contact, please DM me. DM me on Instagram at street.television, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And I'm out.